Hey, good afternoon, fellow Rayco owners. This is Mike from Stump Grinding by Mike. Hey, I'm down in my shop here, Memorial Day 2022. I'm working on my RG80, and I'm replacing the Polychain sprockets. So it's a common item. I know I got pretty frustrated on this on my 55 until I kind of fully understood what's going on. But the advice of one of the more knowledgeable guys on the 80 forum, what he does is he replaces his sprockets about every 300 hours. And he said his belt will last about 1,000. The experience I had on my 55, so I got both machines sitting here in the shop. The experience I had on my 55 was at 297 hours, I snapped the poly chain. So I put another one on. I happen to have a spare, which is always a good idea. And at 397 hours, so less than 100 hours later, I sheared all the teeth off the sprocket. Or off the poly chain. So here's what happens. So I'm gonna turn the phone around. So you can see down here, you can actually see the wear on the sprocket. And so the way the sprocket is, it's heat treated. And once you wear through that heat treat or the case hardening, you're in the soft center of the metal. And what happened on my 55 is it became razor sharp, like knife edges, and just sheared all the teeth off. So this is what a new sprocket looks like. It's black oxided, and it's a two-piece sprocket, and there's a taper, and that's kind of what throws me and throws a lot of people off. I see the question quite frequently. So here we are. So I'm turning the phone around again. So here's I got the belt cover off, just a bunch of bolts, nuts type thing. You're going to want to leave the belt tight, okay, when you do this. And then also you're gonna need to lock the wheel. I just put the wheel on the ground on a piece of wood. I suppose you could also throw the bar through here as well, but we're gonna see how this works. So the way this works is there's, and I got them loosened up, there's 2 Allen screws or set screws in here. You're gonna pull them both out. And then you're gonna take one of them and put it in the 3rd hole. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your 5/16 Allen and you're going to turn it in until it pops off the taper. So here we go. And the first time I did this on my 55, I thought I broke something because it snaps. So let's, sorry about that. Try it this way. All right, here we go. So now, let's give this a whirl. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. So we're gonna, you heard it. So there we go. That's it, okay? So now you see the center section coming out. Pretty easy peasy, right? So now what you're going to do is you're going to take a 1 3/16 socket. And what I do is I just write that there because I have a hard time remembering this. There's 4 bolts on either side of the motor. Loosen those up, and then you're going to take your 3/4 inch wrench, and you're going to get the tension off the belt. And the more you can learn about these machines and work on them, I have a somewhat of mechanical skill here. I'm not saying I'm an expert mechanic or anything like that, but there we go, drops down. Okay, so now the belt's loose, and what we're going to do here is continue pulling the. Doing this one-handed kind of sucks. I'm just going to set the phone here for a second. There we go. See if I can just do this by hand. See, so there we go. So now the center is coming out. Really easy peasy, right? Anyway, so now now I can get this all the way off. So there we go. It's 2 pieces. You reuse this center hub here. Pretty straightforward. Now the other thing, hey, I noticed here is there's wear on the side of my belt, and it was actually rubbing against the side of the pulley. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is shimming the, I guess it would have to be the bottom actually I'm gonna shim it so belt will run a little bit more in center. So I'm gonna kind of play around with that. But so that's it. It's really simple. Some basic mechanic tools to do this. On this particular machine, on the 80, and again I write this stuff down here. 18 pounds at 7/16 of an inch. That's what Rayco recommends, and so I try to keep an eye on that. So especially if you put a new belt on, it's going to stretch. So again, Mike from Stump Grinding by Mike here. Hope you found this useful. You guys have a great rest of the day and great season grinding. Take care.